Cheating has always been a major issue in every game. No matter what you do, you cannot escape it. But there is one game that triumphs all of them, and for some reason, that is Counter-Strike. Like, why does CS have the worst cheating problem out of every other game, bruv? Well, the answer clearly lies within the psychological issues of the player base. But in all seriousness, for the last month, I have researched the stories and forgotten history of Counter-Strike hacking that no one has ever mentioned. The origin story of Counter-Strike cheats, pro cheating accusations that you've never heard of, the weirdest hacks, and a lot more. So let's start from the beginning. The origin story of Counter-Strike begins in February of 1999, when the first beta of the game was released by Min Lee and Jess Cliff, who created Counter-Strike if you didn't know. And for it being such a new game, you wouldn't expect for there to be any hacks whatsoever. It seems a bit silly. Well, you're fucking wrong. Everyone says that during the 90s, people didn't really care about exploiting games, but rather having fun, which is why it took so long for the first hacks to appear. 6 months. The game hadn't even been fully released yet and was in beta 6.0. Now, the hacks at this point in time were not as sophisticated as they are now. There were two types. The first was console command scripts that would grant you things like God mode and infinite money, and the second was a B-Tech version of wall hacks. The players had these sticks that would go through walls so you could see exactly where they were. Even 26 years ago, for a game that hadn't been fully released, in 1999 people still made hacks. However, in the year 2000, with the official release of Counter-Strike, the first actual aimbot and wall hack cheat were created in CS 1.3, which looked something similar to what is on your screen right now. I also can't forget to mention that B-hopping was actually a thing back then, so people also zooming across the map. In terms of who created the first cheats, I'm not entirely sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of my Eastern European brothers. During this time, we also saw the first signs of HVH in some weird old forums, which we will talk about later. By the way, please subscribe if you're enjoying the quality of the video so far. I put a lot of effort into them. Obviously, for some reason, a lot of players started using cheats, which led to Valve taking action and creating VAC1, which nearly banned the whole player base. The way VAC1 worked was by actively scanning your RAM for any cheats, and because there was a lot of compatibility issues back in the days, many people had faulty RAMs, which led to a shitload of force bans. But Valve did end up unbanning a whole lot of people and resetting what at the time was a leaderboard with every account that was banned. Although VAC1 worked well, hackers soon found ways to avoid it, which is when the never-ending war of cheaters versus developers started in Counter-Strike. With the final release of CS 1.6 and Source, the amount of cheats and hackers had grown rapidly. Most of the cheats at this time were for CS 1.6, as Source wasn't played as much, but there were some hacks and scripts that worked, which obviously allowed for this legend to be born. It was in 2005 when we also saw the release of VAC2, which worked well, but of course, hackers found other ways to avoid it. In terms of how exactly VAC2 works, it's a mixture of scanning your system and sending you challenges, which are like tests. Fast forward years of endless cheating and we get to 2012. But before that, I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, Clash.gg. Clash is one of the most popular case opening websites with a provably fair system. They have game modes such as cases, case battles, upgrader, let's go, and many more. As well as this, they have weekly tournaments with insane prizes and daily cases for you to open. If you use code SOCKMAN, you'll get free cases and a 5% deposit bonus when depositing through skins, crypto, or any other payment method. And if you do encounter any problems, they have a live chat team that can help you with anything. Check them out in the description. With the new release of CSGO on PC and on console, I wonder what happened to that. We saw the FPS game we all love recreated with much better graphics and physics. It basically brought all the players from 1.6 and Source into one place. So I begin to wonder, how long did it take for the first cheats to be created? 2 days. Right from the launch, this version of CS had a cheating problem and it wasn't going to stop anytime soon. The issue was so bad that just a year later, Valve had to release Overwatch, which basically allowed for high-ranking players to review demos of alleged cheaters. And years later to the present with CS2, we still don't have a very good working anti-cheat. Valve have decided to hop on the AI trend, but if you've played anywhere above 25k elo, then you would have realized that it's full to the brim with cheaters. And let's not talk about the competition to be #1 on the world leaderboard. And so we move on to the more exciting part of this video: cheating within the pro scene. During the start of CSGO, there was a big cheating scandal that many of you probably do not know about. At that time, the best teams were ESC and NIP. They were made up of players like Pasha, Neo, and other big names. But during the Thor Open, a brand new team called WRTT defeated them both. Later that night, during an after party, one of the players on the team admitted that they used cheats, which got them disqualified. But the best part is that this team was made up of JW, Emilio, and Xelos, who literally a couple months later was banned whilst playing with Flusher. Emilio, on the other hand, was banned 2 years later in a live online game.
Did Emilio just get VAC banned?
What? What?
and JW went on to win 3 majors, which is a bit fishy. The worst part is we are seeing more and more tier 2 teams in present day CS2 who are also doing this as an attempt to try and make a name for themselves, such as Team 500, who allegedly had cheaters like Oxygen in the team. I'm sure you've all heard of the iconic WorldEXE hacks, which were discovered when the player Forsaken was caught cheating during a LAN event, but that's old news. I was also able to find this super old clip of someone getting thrown out of a LAN party for hacking, which by the way is fake because you can literally hear them saying wait for the camera. HVH. A concept I never understood was hacker vs hacker. These are people that just hack for fun, testing to see who has the best hack client, and they do all of this in private servers so they don't ruin the actual game for everyone. To mine and probably your surprise, this is actually one of the most active communities within CS, and it has been the cause for a separation between good cheaters and rage cheaters. Rage cheaters are people who just hack and ruin the game for everyone else, and good cheaters are the ones who do it only in a private server, but when they play Premier they still have the hack client loaded but just won't use it unless someone else is cheating. I mean, to me, cheating is cheating. Even if you use bunny hop scripts, this is considered cheating. And when this exploit was going around in CS2 where everyone was importing funny character models and skins, which I found hilarious, it's still considered as a form of hacking. But the question is, will cheating ever be fixed? And obviously the answer is no. The reason is simple. With every new update to any anti-cheat, there will always be new solutions and ways to get around it. And it's prominent in every game. It's not just in Counter-Strike, although for some reason we have the biggest issue out of every other game. I hope you enjoyed this video and feel free to subscribe and drop a comment with what you think about cheating. Also, click on this video to learn more about the lore of CS factions.